Fox 8 News, awarded Best Newscast in America. Fox 8 Morning Edition starts now.
Good morning, I'm Liz Reyes.
And I'm Shelley Brown. Happy Monday. Taking a live look over the city, you see the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. We are in store for another feel-good day temperature-wise.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous out there. It feels gorgeous out there. And the man keeping watch on all of this is Chris Franklin. And he's got our Weather Authority forecast. Good morning, Chris.
And good morning, guys. Very nice field of the day. Once again, another nice morning, afternoon to be outside. No rainfall in sight for the next couple of days. And even once our rain chances return this week, not a great deal of rainfall. So not all that bad of a week at all. Humidity, yeah, temperatures are going to be coming up. Muggy's coming back as well. But we're starting out the week very pleasant. It makes Monday not so bad. Live out toward downtown, beautiful start. Only cloud cover is down to our south. We remain under clear skies now with temperatures 50s across much of the area. North Shore, Hammond and Slidell, both in the 50s. Same in Homa, Galliano, Belle Chase. Over in Gulfport, the warmer spots this morning, and even that isn't too bad, is 67-degree temperature at the airport and 72 right now at Lakefront. Yesterday's high at Kenner only hit 79. The last time we had high temperatures stay in the 70s was back in April on the 29th. So you have to go back several months to find a cool afternoon like that. Now today we'll be getting back into the 80s, but still low humidity and very comfortable. By tomorrow, a little bit warmer still, and also by tomorrow, the muggy feel will be coming back. You knew it wouldn't last very long. We'll be watching for maybe another cold front within the next couple of weeks. We'll have another look at your Weather Authority forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
And Chris, you know I will be waiting. It is 6:01. Good Monday morning. No complaints as you get started on the roadways. We are looking at a steady flow on the Bonnie Carter Spillway if you are traveling to and from LaPlace, but many cars headed inbound toward Kenner right now. But it looks good through Metairie. Here's I-10 at Bonneville. You'll see 60 all the way through. No issues coming in from the eastern part of the city. That means New Orleans East headed toward the high rise. Here's I-10 at Chef. No issues as you make your way toward the city this morning. I-610 also in great shape, so early birds, nothing to worry about, but something to keep in mind for later tonight through Thursday along I-610. Expect alternating lane closures. That'll be on both sides from 7 p.m. until 5 a.m. That's a look at traffic now.
Christy, thanks. Today, inmates will move into the new jail that's been the center of a dispute between Mayor Mitch Landrieu and Sheriff Marlon Guzman. Devin Clark joins us live this morning outside that new facility with more. Devin, good morning.
Good morning, Shelley. Yeah, we're here at the new $145 million facility where inmates will be housed starting today. There you can see it right there on your screen. But let's get to some video that we shot over the weekend. This new facility contains more than 1,400 beds. But according to Sheriff Guzman, that's not enough to accommodate all of the inmates in the Orleans Parish prison system. Now, space in the new prison has been primarily reserved for convicted felons, but all inmates will eventually have to move out of the old Orleans Parish Prison, which is being closed after a federal decree deemed it unfit. Now, Mayor Landrieu's administration has feuded with the sheriff for years over the size and cost of the new jail buildings. Back in 2011, Guzman said he wanted a much larger prison, but the mayor shot down that idea after Guzman failed to show architectural plans and how the money the sheriff wanted was going to be used. Now, 180 pretrial inmates being housed in the old prison have already been transferred out of Orleans Parish to Franklin and East Carroll parishes because of space issues. The mayor's administration criticized the move, saying Guzman should make the state take back state convicts being held at the jail rather than transfer pretrial inmates that are the city's responsibility. Now, Sheriff Guzman is expected to hold a press conference here at this new $145 million facility at 8:30. We will be here and bring you the details. Reporting live in Mid-City, Devin Clark, Fox 8 News.
Devin, thanks. And just into the Fox 8 newsroom at 6:03 this morning, new information on the key suspect in a deadly Bangkok bombing. Let's get right over to Liz Reyes now in the alert center.
And Shelley, here's what we know. Police in Thailand say that key suspect in that shrine bombing has now fled to Turkey. Right now, they're working on finding that main suspect. Police had said he left Thailand August 16th for Bangladesh. They also speculated he might have gone to China. However, a national police spokesperson now says today that information gathered by police in Thailand and Bangladesh showed the man left Bangladesh on August 30th and then traveled to Istanbul in Turkey. Several of the suspects in the bombing case are believed to be Turkish. We'll keep you up to date as well online on fox8live.com. And new details this morning on a murder investigation in New Orleans East. The NOPD says it happened in the 14,000 block of Chef Mentor Highway just after 7 last night. Authorities say when they arrived at the scene, they found a man fatally shot in a grassy area of a mobile home park. Police say neighbors heard gunfire that night but did not call them. No word yet on who the victim is or a possible suspect. So if you know anything, give a call to Crime Stoppers at number 822-1111.
Police also investigate a fatal shooting in Algiers after someone gunned down a man mowing his lawn. It happened in the middle of the day about 12:15 yesterday afternoon in the 1100 block of Villette Street. Police arrived to find the 33-year-old victim dead lying on the grass. Neighbors say they can't believe what happened.
That was my neighbor. A neighbor is a neighbor from a distance as well. Just sorry he's gone.
Police haven't named any suspects or a motive in that case.
And right now, police search for the person who shot and killed a man in Tremay. They say they found the victim on a sidewalk yesterday morning near the intersection of St. Anne and North Galvez Streets.
Members of the New Orleans community will gather outside NOPD headquarters later this morning for a prayer service. The Louisiana Commission on Law Enforcement declared today a day of statewide prayer for law enforcement. This after recent officer deaths in Louisiana and across the country. Here's a look at a memorial honoring fallen officers at Lake Lawn Cemetery. Household of Faith, Family and Worship Church Pastor Antoine Barrier will lead the New Orleans prayer service at 11:30 this morning. NOPD Chief Michael Harrison will make brief remarks. The event is open to the public.
New this morning, a state legislative audit at the Harahan mayor's request finds several financial problems with the city. Now, the auditors say it includes the city failing to collect more than $160,000 on delinquent property taxes and interest over the past 2 decades. It also finds the city improperly used about $47,000 in public funds to provide health insurance benefits to ineligible city workers and former employees from May 2012 to this year.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast from Chris Franklin.
6:07 now. Sunrise not until 6:45, but we're kind of in that twilight period, and we are under clear skies. A little bit of high cloudiness off in the distance, but a beautiful morning, and it feels very nice. Temperatures 50s across most of the area, with the exception of the metro area, kind of from Kenner to the lakefront. Temperatures are in the 60s and low 70s. The dew point at the airport is 55. That's a comfortable air mass. Humidity only 66%. Very pleasant feel to the day, and another great afternoon that if you want to be outside for lunch, this is one of those days to do it. 50s along the Mississippi coast at Gulfport, at least 63 degrees at Biloxi. 50s down to Bellchase, Galliano, and Houma. And as I mentioned, kind of the metro area, 60s and lower 70s, a little bit milder there. Still, water temperatures are warm enough that it does keep the South Shore a little bit milder. Dew points, 40s up in Macomb, but generally in the 50s. That's the good feel air, but that is going to change. Over the course of the day today, notice this is our forecast for the dew points, and this is going hour by hour. Well, we skip every 2 hours, so 12, 2, 4, 6 this evening. Dew points are going to be getting into the lower 60s. That's starting to get out of the pleasant feel to the slightly more humid. Now, this time of the year, lower 60s is still very comfortable. If this was December, dew points getting into the low 60s would feel very humid, but this time of the year, still not bad at all. So during the day today, it is going to be a comfortable afternoon with highs getting into the lower 80s. Yesterday's high only hit 79 degrees. Big upper trough along the East Coast. This is what brought down our cold front. Still very dry air aloft, but our weather pattern over the next couple of days kind of flattening out. In other words, the colder, drier air is getting pushed back to the north, and for us, we'll start to gradually warm up. We don't see a big return to tropical moisture over the next few days. Really what's happening is we'll get more of an easterly wind, and that'll slowly start to increase our dew points. Now, the Gulf of Mexico is still very quiet. You'll also notice kind of a strong shear. This little system is trying to get better developed. Notice the big flare-up of clouds. Wouldn't be surprised to see the hurricane hunter sending a plane out to investigate that today. The good news, though, is that that little feature doesn't look like it is ever going to be a threat for us, no matter what happens. Most computer models are not developing into anything. This particular model is probably the most aggressive with trying to get some kind of little circulation going, but notice it would eventually just move into eastern Mexico, staying in the western Gulf of Mexico and not a threat to us at all. Our rain chances over the next few days increasing mainly by Wednesday through the rest of the week and weekend to only around 20%. Notice our high temperatures getting back into the upper 80s and maybe around 90 for Saturday and Sunday. Not as comfortable this coming weekend. We'll have another look at your Weather Authority forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thanks for that. A closer look at what Germany is doing right now to control the influx of refugees into that country.
Also, police investigating a rash of freeway shootings in Phoenix. Arrests have happened for 3 teens in an apparent copycat case. How officers caught those suspects.